Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sketchnote Boss. I'm Marsha Baker, and if you're not subscribed, it'd be awesome if you could just hit that subscribe button, and then every time you post a video, you'll get a little notice, and we can hang out. So today, we are going to start our Bible study on the names of God, but today it's more going to be an introduction. So we are going to sketchnote this year the names of God. So we're going to maybe illustrate our Bible study, but I use that word lightly because we're going to doodle. So we're not, again, doing any art for framing or entering into a contest. This is just to help us better understand what we're studying. And of course, there could be no more awesome topic than studying the names of God. So, this is my calendar this year. So this is the top part of my calendar. And I'm going to make this portion available on my website and that members only page here in a day or two. I'll let you know when we do that. So where did this all come from? So I was normally I do a calendar every year for some missionaries in Italy. They support a university in Turin, and so I do a calendar and they send this out to all their supporters, and I usually do a verse, but this year it was really just, I had a verse in mind and I sat down, I was going to do it, and nothing was working. It was just painful. And then all of a sudden I just felt like this little urging to go back and revisit this project I did called The Names of God. So this all started with, there it is, there's my Bible. So years ago, we still go to the same church, but the pastor at the time thought maybe we should all wear name tags. So we all wear name tags. I'm not a big name tag person, so and this is my son's Bible, and then inevitably, so there's actually Daniel right there, and everybody's name tag would end up on his Bible, both sides. And I still use this Bible. I really like it. It's a teen Bible. Just kind of really makes things, basic for me sometimes. And so I just got to thinking that if God showed up to our church or a conference and had to fill out a name tag, what name would he put on that name tag? And eventually it occurred to me that he would put on the name tag for the name that I needed for the day. So he would meet me where I was with the name. So I did some research, and I think there are over 955 names of God in the Bible. And in my blog post, I linked to that. So if you want to go to www.blessings.com, if you're not already there, and it will, I show you that link of 955 names. So if you did one name a month, that would take you 18 years to get through all the names of God, which is pretty amazing. So, these are my resources this week when I in my blog post. So before we actually jump into the first name that we're going to study, let's just think about names in general and how important they are. Adam got to name all the animals, right? So he got to help bring organization to the chaos after creation. So he got to help God in that process by naming all the animals. And when we name things, we can then deal with things. Like if we have fears, if we name that fear, then we can start coming up with strategies on how to deal with that fear. But until we name it, we just maybe don't know how to deal with it. And again, I love Ann Voskamp's 1,000 Gifts. And so she actually brings up the importance of she brought up Adam and how he brought order to chaos, and in naming our gifts or naming our gratitudes, it helps us recognize that they are gratitudes and that we don't take them for granted. So I thought that was very profound, and that really affected me. And then also in my in my pursuit of the names of study of names of God, I had the opportunity to interview Rachel Larkin, the author of Delighting in the Names of God. And she's actually from New Zealand, and I will post that video. So it's my very first video, so just give me a little grace on that one, okay? But she wrote this book on doing an 8-week Bible study, and her first chapter is all about the importance of names. And I just thought that is so important, because don't we hate it when people get our names wrong? I don't really care if people spell my name wrong. It's M-A-R-S-H-A, but I think the correct spelling, so to speak, is M-A-R-C-I-A. That does not bother me at all. But, when people get my name wrong or forget my name, it's just kind of like, it just kind of says maybe you're not that important. And, it kind of hurts a little bit. So our names are important. So God's names are important. So taking the time to study his name, we get to know him, his character, and who he is. And therefore, we know much more intimately the God that we are praying to. And so this is just, I feel that just I'm convicted to study it this year. So I just hope that you come along with me on this journey. Another tool that I use is the Names of God Bible. Ann Spangler has written several books on studying the names of God. So you might, and I may refer to her in future weeks. You don't need to run out and get the Names of God Bible. Actually, the Bible Gateway gives you that translation. So if you're looking up a verse, and you can choose the Name of God Bible to get that translation. So you don't really need to go out and buy that Bible, but it's a choice. And of course, then the Blue Letter Bible is always an awesome resource to go deeper into, the root of those words and so on. So it's a great study tool. So those are the things that I use this week for my blog post. If you want to read that, if you're, at www.blessings.com, you're already there. But if you're just watching the video, you can go over there and read that blog post. So those are the things I need. I think you can get the Kindle version of Delighting for the Names of God for like $4.99 if you want to follow along. But again, you don't need to buy anything for this. I'm going to just give you lots of things to think about. So names are so important. So we're really going to focus on names and getting to know God. But our challenge our challenge this week, so your Sketchnote art challenge this week is to write your name. And I know you're going, I already did that in the 21-day challenge. I get that. But no. We're going to twist it up a little bit. So write your name without using any letters, right? So now you have to think about what shapes are kind of in the letters that you need for your name. So then you're going to look up your name. So behindthename.com is probably the best, most comprehensive name site out there. Just really well done. And then post it on Sketchnote Boss. All right. So this is, I love alphabets. I love letters. Just one of my dreams is to actually do more fonts, come up with my own fonts. So this is called the Alphabet. And the little pun there. And so I did this on the computer. So this would not really count for the challenge because I want you to do it by hand. But this is what I want you to do. So take objects and make letters out of them, right? So, who knew that kohlrabi could be the K in Baker, or an edamame could be the E in my name. So this is what I want you to do. So here's some other, so here's a font made out of tools, right? I think maybe even biking tools. I think maybe that might be something that you put on the bike chains and such. And then this is from Design Taxi that has just a lot of fun little designs. And so there's a Happy Friday they made, so from wires and matches and just all kinds of miscellaneous little things to get the idea across. The Google Doodle, Google always frequently changes its logo on the homepage, so that's always a good source of inspiration. HystericalMinds.com came up with this symphony, and I think it was Joan that already did the her name using musical things. So that's what I want you to do, is do your name, but not using letters, but using other objects and icons to make up. All right. Oh, okay. So how about furniture? If you're into furniture, interior designer, maybe you want to do your name in furniture, right? It could be a choice. And so this is what I came up with. So I used art supplies. That's a pencil and a brush and an eyedropper, a marker, a compass, a ruler, a protractor, pencil sharpener, paper clip, tube of paint, ink, and a feather pen, and a paint palette to come up and spell my name. And of course, my name comes from the name Marcus in the Latin, meaning warlike. But I struggled with that for years. But then I realized I am a soldier for Christ, and I draw people closer to Christ. So it all works. It's all good. So God didn't give me this weird wonky name. It all makes sense, and He's got a plan. So, all right. So I can't wait to see what you all come up with, and I can't wait to see what you post in the Facebook group, or you can direct message me, show me what you're doing if you don't have Facebook. Anyway, just connect with me, and if you haven't subscribed, that please do. And if you've got a friend who could also benefit, it'd be great if you'd share this with them. And I'll see you in the next video.